In the heart of ancient Egypt, beyond the grandeur of temples and the splendor of gold, lies a world of forbidden wisdom. Wisdom that was guarded by the pharaohs with a zeal that matched their earthly power. These rituals, 3 in particular, were not merely ceremonies but sacred rites designed to elevate the soul, to fortify the spirit, and to conquer the very essence of human frailty. They were secrets never meant to be spoken, never meant to be revealed to those unworthy. Yet, in our pursuit of truth, we must dare to explore these mysteries, not as outsiders peering into a distant past, but as kindred spirits seeking to reclaim what was lost. 1. The ritual of silence. The first of these sacred rites was the ritual of silence, a practice that called upon the initiate to withdraw from the world of noise and distraction. In the dead of night, under the watchful eyes of the stars, the pharaoh would retreat to a solitary chamber deep within the temple. Here, in the stillness of the stone walls, he would confront the chaos within, a chaos that we, too, know all too well. Anger, fear, envy. These emotions, like serpents, coil around our hearts, suffocating the life force within us. But in the silence, there is power. As the ancient sage Ptahhotep once wrote, "Silence is the gateway to wisdom. In stillness, the mind becomes as clear as the Nile and the soul as steady as the pyramid." It is in this silence that we find the strength to face our deepest fears, to conquer the destructive forces within us. We must, like the pharaohs, seek out this silence, for it is there that we discover the fortitude to rise above our lesser selves. 2. The ritual of the scales. The second forbidden ritual, known as the ritual of the scales, was an act of profound introspection. The pharaoh would stand before the sacred scales of Ma'at, the goddess of truth and justice. In one hand, he would hold a feather, symbolizing the lightness of a pure heart. In the other, a stone, representing the weight of sin and deceit. The ritual was simple, yet its implications were vast. To achieve balance within oneself was to align with the cosmic order, to live in harmony with the divine will. We too must confront our own scales. We must weigh our actions, our thoughts, our intentions. Are we burdened by guilt, by regrets, by the heavy weight of unresolved anger? Or have we lightened our hearts through acts of kindness, through forgiveness, through the pursuit of truth? As we stand before our own inner scales, we must strive for balance, for in balance there is peace, and in peace there is strength. 3. The ritual of the serpent. The final and most perilous of these rituals was the ritual of the serpent. It is said that the pharaoh would descend into a hidden chamber where he would face a living serpent, the embodiment of chaos and destruction. To pass this trial was to prove mastery over fear, to demonstrate unshakable courage in the face of death itself. The serpent, though deadly, was not to be slain but tamed, its power harnessed, its venom transformed into healing. In our lives, we encounter many serpents. They come in the form of our darkest impulses, our deepest anxieties, our most destructive emotions. But like the pharaohs, we must not seek to destroy these serpents, but to understand them, to master them. For it is through this mastery that we gain control over our own destinies, that we transform our weaknesses into strengths. As the ancient text of the Book of the Dead teaches, he who conquers the serpent conquers the self, and he who conquers the self is as eternal as the stars. We are not merely followers of an ancient path, we are bearers of a timeless truth. We are the heirs of the pharaoh's wisdom, and it is our duty to carry this wisdom forward, to live it, to embody it. Let us then walk in the footsteps of the pharaohs. Let us seek the silence within, weigh our hearts on the scales of truth, and face the serpents that dwell in the shadows of our souls. For in doing so, we will not only honor the ancient wisdom that has been entrusted to us, but we will also discover the strength to overcome the greatest challenges of our own lives. Together, as one, we can rise above the chaos, conquer our inner demons, and achieve the balance and fortitude that the pharaohs so fiercely guarded. This is the path to true power, to true peace, to true enlightenment, and it is a path that we must walk, not alone, but together, as seekers of a wisdom that transcends time itself.